I'm Manny Asadi,
And I'm Oscar Say.
and we're two high schoolers who help dozens of contractors scale their business past 7 figures only using Facebook ads.
If you're a contractor who failed with Facebook ads and think that marketing agencies are scams, do you ever wonder why your biggest competitors are on Facebook spending way more than you and why you're not?
We are IgniteNation, teaching and helping contractors how to scale their businesses online.
In order to answer that question, we have to figure out some things first.
Let's discuss the biggest pattern that our least successful clients out of the dozens that we have had that caused them to be unsuccessful with Facebook ads.
The first thing was a lot of these unsuccessful clients of ours had little to no social presence. Meaning, if I was to do a quick Google search, I probably wouldn't find them online on Google. I probably wouldn't find their Google profile. Most of them, if they even had Google profiles, did not have reviews or enough reviews. Some of them didn't even have websites. And I'll tell you why that's important. It's important to have a website as a contractor because that shows homeowners that you are at least somewhat established. Like, okay, it doesn't have to be some sort of thousands of dollars paid to this website developer to make it super fancy, but hey, at least this contractor has some things put together.
And if you think about that logically, if you're a homeowner, the reason we even bring this up is because we want to talk about Facebook ads, right? So if you're a homeowner scrolling on Facebook ads, click on your ad and they're interested, then they go search up your business name, nothing comes up. That is a big concern for the homeowner. That does not give you social proof. The second problem is oftentimes when I talk to these contractors, they often don't know their profit margins. They don't know their closing rates, and so they're not familiar with their numbers. Now, here's the issue with this, okay? If you don't know the numbers on your own end, then you don't know how much to charge your clients, okay? So where does this cause an issue? It causes an issue because when they go in person to do their sales, they're going to be unsuccessful with the homeowners. So they're not super familiar with the market prices. They're not super familiar with their own fees. So they just put some extremely high, like unbelievable price, and then they expect the homeowners to buy.
Like, do you really think that a Facebook lead is the same as the referral that you got from Sally the homeowner?
It doesn't work like that, right?
No.
And so they end up blaming Facebook again, right? So first it was they didn't have social proof, they blamed Facebook. They blamed the lead source and they said it was bad. Now the issue is they're unfamiliar with their own internal company infrastructure. Then they come and charge obscene prices and then they say it was the lead source. The leads were not good. And so that's why they're not buying from me.
Like, no shit, they didn't buy from you. You didn't know what the competitors' prices in your area were actually for. Let's move on to really the biggest problem with these unsuccessful clients, which was they didn't have really good sales processes in place. In fact, they actually sucked. I noticed that with our lowest performing clients had this issue where when they would go on site in person, they would talk to the homeowner, do the inspection and say, okay, I'm going to go home and email you the estimate when I'm at home, okay? And then can you just respond to my email, or I'm looking forward to your response. Now, why is this a problem?
Look, if you're a homeowner and somebody came out and gave you a price, what are the odds that you're actually going to reply back if nobody follows up with you? I mean, we all have our lives and we all get busy, and so it's just, you cannot expect your customer, again, like Oscar said, it is not a referral. So you cannot expect your customer to come here and say, hey, I'm just emailing you back because I really liked how you did this. No, it's not as simple as that. So a lot of times there might be that one customer that does this. Don't get me wrong. There's always that one exception. But majority of people, they forget. Things go over their head. So if you don't follow up with them, and I've also heard this a lot. People say, I don't like bothering the homeowners.
Well, if you actually had something that was helping them, why is it that you think that following up with them is a problem? Aren't you doing them a service by saying, hey, you reached out to me for an inspection for your roof. You have a leak there. I can help you with that. And we talked. You know how much it costs. Where are you with the process?
If you know that you're providing value, you're not doing them the service by following up. You just know that you're helping them. And so you should follow up with them. They should buy from you. Why wouldn't they? You're helping them. So It's a shift in mindset, but these are often the problems, and people end up blaming these little things on the lead source on Facebook, but that's not the main thing. So it's internal company infrastructure that has problems, but then people blame it on the lead source.
It's not all your fault, but it really is your responsibility to take care of these things. So that being said, what can you do once you identify your problems that we labeled and you fix them, and now you're ready to be successful with Facebook ads? Well, the first thing is you really have to put effort into taking better pictures, okay? And this is what I mean. If you're on site and you finished an amazing job and you really want to showcase your hard work, why not take a picture of yourself with the homeowner and you in front of the job that you just did for your contracting business? Like, when some contractors come to me and they're sending me these stock photos that they got from Google, I'm like, hell no, I'm not putting that up for your company. Send me some pictures of you with the homeowner in front of the job you just did. Like, what do you expect would do better for people in your area, homeowners, looking for a contractor like you? Well, they would look for people that are contractors that have helped homeowners in your area.
Exactly. Now, the next thing, like Oscar mentioned, so first thing, very important is, I mean, obviously, yes, the ads you're putting out there, if you've just been solely unsuccessful with getting leads, it comes down to the ads, right? So again, Oscar said, pictures. Then what are you showing the homeowner in terms of the copy? So what are you writing to them? What's the message of your ad? If your message of the ad is just an offer, again, homeowners are not business people. They're not dealing in offers and saying, oh yeah, if you give me this off, I'll give you that off. It's not a business transaction. You're giving them something, and you, let's say you're a roofer. You're doing their roof and they're giving you money. But you don't want to be so technical with the homeowner. You want to be more emotional. So if your message is just an offer, most likely you're going to look like every other ad they're scrolling through.
Like,
so
if you're saying get a free quote or a free inspection, and you're talking about all the best things that you are and how you have this BBB plus accreditation, like, let's be real, no one really cares because everyone else has that.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to appeal to them, you have to be personal, emotionally direct with them. You have to say, from your perspective, hi, Mr. Homeowners in this area. I'm Mr. Contractor and I help people in this area for multiple years. I do great work with the best quality materials for the best and fair prices. By the way, you might want to watch out for this kind of bad behavior in the industry. It really shocks me. And so when you say it like that to the homeowner, when it feels personal, either written by you or the marketing agency you inevitably choose to help you, you must ensure that the messaging you put out there feels like it's from the heart. Because if it's not, what's going to happen? You're just going to be like everyone else.
yeah, and so that's why people don't get leads, okay? So it's these little things that go into place, and so if you don't have the proper structure for them, you're not going to be successful with your ads, right? And then the third thing, this is also a big one, is I've also noticed people don't follow up with the Facebook leads. So a contractor gets a lead, and then the lead is left and left until 24 hours later. Then somebody calls, and then the homeowner doesn't remember who you are. So this is a big issue, okay? Speed to lead is a huge issue. On Facebook, people are always scrolling. So if they click on something, if you got lucky enough and somebody clicked on your ad, right? Let's say you put whatever, and somebody clicked on your ad, you ended up getting a lead, now you're not following up with them. Well, that's an issue, right? The lead is going to end up forgetting, and so you're wasting your money. You don't want this to happen, okay? So if you improve these three things on the ad aspect, and if you improve those three things on the infrastructure aspect, then you're going to end up being successful, okay? So it's all these little details that have to fall in place in order for you to be successful. And just before we move on to our next topic, there's one thing I want to add, okay? I know I've said that, it might be your fault that these leads are not converting. I don't believe there's such thing as a bad lead, but there are exceptions, okay? So many times it is our fault that a customer is not converting. But sometimes the customer seriously may just not be the right fit for you. There's a lot of price shoppers out there, okay? So I do understand that, okay? And so there's why, like us, we have a qualification process for every single one of our clients, okay? So we have this process where we filter out customers. So again, it's not Facebook's fault that these customers are there. They're just there. It's your responsibility to make sure that these customers are filtered through. Or so whether that would be through a third party, right? A company like us coming in and filtering those leads for you. You know, we bring the leads, filter them for you, or you do it yourself. Either way, it's not Facebook's fault. It's more that, you know, the process hasn't been set in place. And so that's why you think it's Facebook's fault. So no, to answer that first question, you're not failing with Facebook because Facebook sucks. It's just because you don't have these little processes in place in order for you to set yourself up for success and be successful, okay? I hope that makes more sense. If you do these things and if you have these things for Facebook, you will do well. Facebook is just a platform for you to push yourself out there. Facebook is not the enemy. What is the enemy is you not having details in place, you not following the details in order to lead to your success.
What do you think? Has this been helpful and meets your expectations and experience? Let us know in the comments below. And if you have experienced this and need some help and just want to cut straight to it, you can book a call with us below and Manny will help guide you through the process because we speak to lots of contractors every day that have problems just like yours. So do the thing.